And guys, we are in for some action here. Tails with a very, very early pylon at the bottom right at Heroes Natural. I don't even know if we have the player introductions right now.
I don't think we are, man.
No, I don't think we do. So starting at the bottom right is our CJ Antus player. It is Hero. And Tails is now moving into his opponent's space, trying to build those double gateways. Yep. A very aggressive strategy here by Tails.
Yep, very aggressive, very well planned, and so far well executed. First gate on 8, and he may stick with just the 1, but it's very likely he's going to go for 2. If he is scouted, it's going to be very difficult for him to actually proceed with the defender's advantage the probes will grant. But if Hero doesn't know, man, there's no way to hold this.
I like this by Tails. He sure has some balls here, trying to go immediately for opening this best of 3 just up with a bang. And I really like this a lot. Taking a bit of a risk here, of course, and he will be scouted. At least the 1 probe for Hero is headed to the top left now, but this could do so much damage.
And he is doing this a little bit economically. He's not doing this in the way that we've seen other players like Ace do in the past, where you do not make probes with it. He's actually going to start a Zealot before his first gate, or before his second gate. It looks like chrono boosting that out, even getting another probe. No gas at home, so he's not going to be proxying a core with this to start Stalker production. Just going to be adding a gateway very soon. It should be in the next few seconds.
And here we go, of course. Hero now knows what's going on. He sees that there is no gateway in his opponent's main base. He has his second gate, but now he has to spot what's going on here. The first Zealot is on the move together with a probe, trying to harm the economy of Hero, who's chrono boosting his own Zealot.
Yeah, and you know what? You know, I said it before. It's possible it's only 1 gate, and that's what it's going to be. Tails is really trying to force a lot of lost mining time here with the minimum investment just with the 1 gateway. Nice, well, really nice micro, in fact. Now it's going to be 2 Zealots against 1. He's going to lose even more mining time, and definitely a probe or 2 if he does not micro perfectly. 1 probe going down already.
And now he decided to fight, kills another probe. Probe number 3 already dead. Oh, this is actually looking... trying to defend here. The Harvester count is now 14 to 13, but it's still going to be 2 Zealots against 1 using the chrono boost here.
And he did not get his core. He delayed his core, and now you know, even though the Zealot count is even and he can't defend here, he's losing mining time occasionally. He's lost a lot already. Oh, really nice micro by Tails here, trying to target down the weakened Zealot. So much better than Hero, actually, in fact. And now he even gets a probe. Beautifully done, the probe and the Zealot.
Well done, really well done.
Oh my god, this is actually insane.
But now he gets surrounded and loses both of them, so this is a little bit tricky. Now it's 2 Zealots against 1 in favor of Hero, who has the double gates in his main base now. But the Harvester count is 17 to 13 in favor of Tails. He's far ahead of his opponent in this regard. 5 workers killed by Tails.
And now his core is started.
Exactly, he starts his core a lot earlier than Hero does.
Hero only has 32 gas mines, so the fact that he's had the assimilator earlier is basically a moot point here. He's going to make 1 more Zealot out of this gate. He wants to actually try to run away with it. Oh, he had it on rally, so he may not be able to get out, but he may take it on a probe or 2. Looks like he will. Hero needs to micro these. He's not doing it.
Oh,
he cannot.
wow.
Oh, I cannot believe it. He lost 2 more probes there.
That's horrible here for him. Tails with the 1 Zealot makes sure that 2 of Hero's Zealots are chasing him out of the base, and then the Zealot that sneaks into Hero's mineral line takes down 2 probes.
Oh,
he might actually take down a 3rd.
He almost did. Nicely microed there by Hero, pulling it into the assimilator at the last second, but the worker count now 20 to 15, and the Zealot count 4 to 2, but Warp Gate research has started. The core is not even a 1/3 of the way done yet for Tails, or rather for Hero.
At this point, of course, a really, really good situation for Hero to, for Tails to be in. Both of them lost exactly the same amount of resources, but Tails has a much faster attack than his opponent. He has more Harvesters. He is in a great position.
Yeah, and because of his pylon placement, the way he's executed this build, he still has the forward pylon with the gate. This may be something that will become a nightmare for Hero later. He's going to want to take that out as soon as possible, because not only will it supply block Tails, but it'll make it so that he cannot use any forward warp ins with the faster warp gate research tech that he has.
Exactly. If Tails sneaks another unit into the main base of Hero and suddenly uses the pylon to warp in units, that would be the worst case scenario for Hero, but he knows it and he takes down the pylon immediately. But still, this is going to be really scary. Hero tries to transition into a Twilight Council right away, but of course the warp gate research for Tails is so much faster. He's starting with a Sentry here and a Stargate.
Interesting choice. Now, this is not necessarily going to be Phoenix play that we see here either. I think that it's possible he makes 1 Void Ray, because Void Rays in a defensive situation like this can be so valuable.
It's not really the choice that I expected from him, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I thought he was just going to go safe and straight up with the robotics. Now, if for some reason Hero decides to go Dark Templar tech here, the Stargate is going to be the worst possible scenario for him, and with that forward pylon, I think it's entirely possible he goes for it. No Blink Start, I think he wants to hide his Dark Shrine over there. He's definitely going to do it. There's no other way that this is for anything else. And here we go.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it. The probe is already on its way, is moving here, and here we go.
He has 235 gas, so a little bit mistimed, but he will start it. There it is.
Wow. This is actually turning out to be a really interesting match. Tails was ahead after his early aggression against his opponent, and now he is transitioning into a Stargate instead of a robotics tech. And Hero, with this gamble that he currently takes, is looking at a really good situation. He's looking at a position where he can really take down Tails if Tails doesn't add a robotics soon, and I don't think he will.
But he's sitting the Phoenix to the right, does not check far enough. He's looking for a few pylons. Now, if he gets in the main and sees the Twilight Council, that's going to be useful to him. That gives him a little bit more safety, because Blink play is countered by Robo, so is Dark Shrine play, so he's going to be able to react possibly in time if he gets into that main seat of the Twilight Council, which he will do. The Phoenix is flying in right now.
He saw the pylon. The pylon was actually spotted, but the big problem that he has is that the Dark Shrine is nearly completed, and as soon as those High Templar walk up the ramp, Tails is screwed.
He does have sentries to force field them out, but that will only buy him time. He needs a robotics in general, or else he's not going to be able to hold this forever, especially if he makes Archons, for example, to break his way up there. That's something he can decide to do.
And at this point, there is still no robotics in the Dark Shrine. Wolf, it's done.
Yeah, it's done. The forward pylon is going to make this a lot easier for him to use. He's got the ability to warp in 2 Dark Templar right away. Here's the first one, and there's the second one.
And that's the robotics. Oh, wow. This is going to be so close. Can he force field the ramp? He has a few force fields available. Will he see it, though?
He's got him on hold position, so these Dark Templar will not be able to get in without him knowing about it. He's going to have to kill the units before he can do it. So he will be able to buy time, but how much time? That is the question. I think Tails will be able to hold here, but it's not going to be easy. He sees him, force fields immediately.
And now he has to use force field after force field.
He made wall with pylons.
He's actually doing this really well. He could have lost the game right then and there, but with very good map awareness, he's able to just see those Dark Templars, force fields them, he expected them, and now he can just wait for his robotics.
Now, this is great play by Tails throughout this entire game, starting with the aggressive play to hurt his opponent's economy, following this up, very well executed, very well practiced, the Observer being chrono boosted now, and the strategy of Hero is over. He loses a probe, the Phoenix is still holding strong, but he has Blink. Nice pullback, great micro so far from Tails.
And now the Observer is on its way, is being chrono boosted, he's safe against the play of his opponent and moves out with the probe. He realized that Hero tries to take an expansion, and this is the same thing that Tails is now going to do. He's already ahead a little bit in overall supply, adds now a couple of Immortals into his play, while Hero of course uses the Dark Templar for an Arco, and he knows that the DTs itself, they won't be any use to him anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's just going to have protection for it. And now he's going to get caught in the map a little bit, but the problem for Hero is that not all of his units are here. He's trying to bring those Stalkers closer. Tails knows he can't fight this without his Phoenix support. The Blink Stalkers come forward, but now the Phoenixes can pick up a little bit. He's not doing it though, some hesitation here. He needs to start picking up those Stalkers. There he does.
He waits for the rest of his Gateway units, and now he's immediately moving in. Hero dropping down in supply, so is Tails. Both of them with a really intense micro fight here. As Tails waits for additional units to join the battle. Now the Immortal is out and focuses the Stalkers immediately.
He blinked right into that Immortal, not knowing it was there, and now the problem for him is that he doesn't have enough support units to actually break through, but Tails doesn't have a Nexus started yet. That's something that Hero is already 3/4 of the way done with back at home, so if he can just kind of use this small Blink Stalker force to keep Tails on the defensive for a while, he will be able to capitalize on that Nexus a little bit.
Yeah, at this point now, Tails looking still at a lot of Phoenixes that are now going straight into the main base, taking down Harvesters. Really well done here. He knows that his opponent's army is out of position, and Hero has to wait for his Blink to be ready.
And he misblinked as well. Only 2 Stalkers getting in here, which means that he can actually take out even more probes until the energy is gone.
17 in total have been killed over the course of the game. Tails really playing a strong match here, looking much better than compared to his game against Cold.
Yeah, it's like a different person in the booth right now that I'm watching. 32 Harvesters to 23 right now, which really kind of negates the advantage he has with the second Nexus. The second Nexus will allow him to produce double probes at a time, but this is not a comfortable position. Tails now getting his own Twilight Council for counter blink.
And the resources lost are still roughly the same, a little bit more for Hero, and as you already mentioned, with the Twilight Council and the counter-playing Tails will be in a great position. He doesn't even lose his Phoenixes here. He did a lot of damage with them, and he made sure that Hero had to retreat, had to defend, and at some point Tails can now move out and kill all those pylons and therefore supply block Hero. He's really looking at a pretty cool position. Of course, this expansion is later, it's delayed, but with all the harvesters that he killed, he's fine.
Yeah. I mean, even with the double mining Nexi before Tails is done, the economy is just slightly better for Hero, about 100 minerals per minute greater, and that's going to change in just a few seconds as Nexus does complete. And he didn't have his gas up there either. Didn't have enough harvesters to support it, not enough minerals income even to make the assimilator, so he's not really getting a huge advantage here. Maybe one Phoenix falls? No. Nice pull back there. Great control by Tails and all these Phoenixes so far this entire game.
And he blocks Hero completely from being aggressive or taking anything on the map. Hero, the only thing that he can do now is just defend at the bottom right. He still has the watchtower though, and with the pylons scattered across the map, he knows exactly what's going on. It's actually a little bit funny to see one of the Archons hold the watchtower, not the Zealot, but he doesn't have any. So that's actually pretty... Oh, actually he does.
Yeah, he just warped in 4. And he's going to go in with these Phoenixes again. The Stalkers see it immediately and blink forward. He gets 1 Phoenix this time. No Harvesters killed, so nice reaction by Hero.
But he's down 24 supply already. And Tails is looking at a strong economy. He's now on even harvester count with his opponent. But the army size is just so much better for Tails. 54 against 29.
And he's moving out as he realizes that. He's got 2 Immortals in the mix. His own blink is complete. The gateways are added. He spots the pylons on the map. Probably going to kill those. Checking around just to make sure there's no pylons he doesn't know about so he doesn't get counterattacked. So he's going to hit a great timing here. Yeah, he's going to lose 1 Phoenix. But the thing is, now with all this supply that Hero cannot use because he has to make more pylons, he's going to have the perfect time. He's already up in army supply and he's denying it more. Well, some Dark Templar just got warped in to make an Archon. 2 more Archons being made, in fact. But that's not going to be too useful against his composition.
It's still just way more supply. The army supply on its own is just way too much. And now, yes, we have additional gateways being produced for Hero. But look at this, the Phoenixes in the main base wreaking havoc here, taking down so many of these harvesters. 24 in total. He killed another 7 workers just now. And therefore the worker count is 30, 40 actually against 42. Hero had to use Chrono Boosts and additional minerals to get the worker count up again.
Yeah, and right now he is going to face one of the most dangerous attacks he's ever faced his entire pro gaming career. This is the attack of Tails right now, coming in with Blink Stalkers. He's got 2 Immortals, some Zealots in the front as well as Phoenixes. And here he goes, the Zealots charge in, but there's just way too many Stalkers and he's not missing a beat with his micro.
He blinks away every single time the shields are gone and takes now Hero apart bit by bit, unit by unit. The pros player from CJ Entus just dies to this attack. He's down to 51 supply now against 115. GG. And MVP Tails is ahead 1-0.